Yo, yo, yo. What up? Sorry, I'm a little bit late, guys. Still kind of busted up, dude. But we made it. That's what matters. Yo, thanks, Pinky. I appreciate it, dude. You'll have to let me know what all you got done, dude. What all you did. You know, that's one of those things that I have very, very little, like, I mean, the most I know about, like, all the Discord ins and outs is, like, what I did to, like, set everything up in the first place. What up, Vault? Hey, dude, thanks for the stuff you put in the suggestions for this morning's news, man. So, we'll take a look at it. Hope everybody's doing well, dude. I actually slept more last night than I did the night before. Obviously, I'm here for the news today. So, it was still kind of brutal, but lots of coughing and everything still. So, this is a rough one. This is a rough chest cold, dude. But it's cool, man. We're here. We're going to do it. We're going to have a good day. I hope everybody's weekend's been well. Happy flipping Sunday. We got coffee, dude. We got tissues. We got throat lozenges. I got a trash can for tissues. I mean, we're good to go. You know what I mean? Yeah, no doubt, dude. Yeah. Oh, okay, cool. Yo, thanks, dude. Yo, that's awesome, man. Thanks, buddy. Yo, that's pretty cool, man. Awesome. Yeah. Yo, you the man, dude. You the man, brother. For reals. Thank you very much, dog. Let me know when your next sub's up, dude. I got your next sub. Cool. I appreciate everything you do, Doug. I really do. We'll have a sidebar about some stuff coming up. Cool. Whenever, well, I'll try to make some time for us to talk. You renewed yesterday. Yeah. All right, dude. Yeah. Well, I mean, let me know when the next one comes around, dude. I'll take care of it. Okay. Well, the next time that I can, anyways. Or I'll hook you up with something, dude. You know what I'm saying? I got you. Just let me know. Let me know what I can do to compensate, brother, and I'll get you. All right. Yeah. I'll find some way to hook you up, dog, for everything that you do. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, the daylight savings for the extra hour was nice for sure. I feel it for reals. I really do. I feel having that extra hour, dude. That was really nice. I needed it. And I did actually get to sleep last night. I probably got about 5 or 6 hours of sleep, which is much more than I got the night before, man. So, it's good stuff, dude. Let's do this, man. We got video gaming news, obviously. We gotta make up for yesterday too, because we didn't get the news done yesterday. So we're gonna get the news done today. We'll be covering yesterday's content we potentially missed, as well as today's stuff, and then we'll get into Baldur's Gate 3 with Pinky again, man. It'll be a good day. Cool. For sure. I mean, yesterday was too. It's just I was so beat, dude. Oh, okay. What where's it hitting at? Is it in the Oh, yo, dude. We had some new peeps hitting in the Discord or something. I thought we already had some of those people though. That's weird. It's in the announcements. Is that where it's? Oh yeah, that's fine. Yeah, it's no big deal. Yeah, that's fine. It's just popping up in the announcements channel. Whatever. It's not a big deal. I wouldn't worry about it deleting all that much. You know what I'm saying? It's cool. Is it actually tagging everybody in that? Or is it just I don't, we'll talk about it, dude. We'll talk about it. Yeah, it's Dino, right? Yeah. Yeah. Disabled that. Okay. Yeah, we can keep talking about you know, what we'll do with all that stuff moving forward and everything. It'd probably yeah, it's there, but it doesn't at entire server. That's one of the things I was worried about, like trying to set that up before, was I didn't necessarily want to be like, because I figure the people that want to know when I go live, they can have the notifications set up on Twitch, right? And so I didn't necessarily want to be like bothering people that are part of the Discord server with more notifications than they actually wanted. So I kind of like the way you did it, dude. We'll keep talking, dude. We'll keep talking as we move forward with that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? So I like the way you did it. Let's get in here, dude. Let's do this news stuff. I really appreciate it, brother. You're the man, dude. The man, dude? The guy, man? The homie, bro? You know what I mean. Bro, what were we just talking about this yesterday? What is this, dog? Dog, we ended our gameplay talking about this. What the crap? And brother, we ended the gameplay talking about this yesterday. What is this? Baldur's Gate 3 lets you use sausages as weapons. We literally started off yesterday talking about this, or ended the stream talking about this. That's crazy, dude. What are the I mean the irony in the chances of that, dude? That's crazy. Google's listening to me, dude. $20 to $40 damage, no flipping way. Oh my god, that's so good. That's so good, dude. Is that what this is about? It's gotta be. Dual wielding salami master. Bro, we gotta read this. We have to read this, dude. Oh my god. Oh, that's so perfect. That's it. Yeah. Dual wielding salami mancer, dude. Oh yeah, let me pull up these articles that Vault sent us today too. Vault's been on top of, dude, just hooking us up with like article after article, dog. He's all over the news stuff, dude. Vault, I really appreciate it, brother. Yeah, this is what I was getting ready to pull up. He already had it sent to me. Baldur's Gate 3 dev shoots down Xbox release date leak. News to me. We've talked about this because apparently the Xbox Series X and S are having obviously issues in their different versions, much like many other games have. A big part of it is Series S multiplayer mode is not something that is going very smoothly, but we'll read about this. What's this? Oh, yeah. Yeah, we've been talking a lot about this. Yeah. That's a good article right there, dude. This one, I don't know if I'll dive into this one. We'll talk about it real quick. Gears of War needs a reboot like God of War had. This is just one of those like opinion pieces, you know what I mean? I'm not so much about diving into the opinion pieces as I am more the like factual news front stuff. We can talk about this. We'll do it right now. I'll bring up this other article. We'll talk about that real quick. Oh, and this will be cool to see real quick. This will be cool to see. Yeah. Thanks, buddy. Best horror video game face-off 2023 edition. Winner revealed. We'll see what the voters had to say there. Yeah. So yeah, I've been kind of skipping the BlizzCon stuff. I think my thing about BlizzCon is I've kind of like wish my sausage did that much damage. Bro. Bro. Oh my god, dude. That deserves a sussy emote right there, bro. Nice. Well played, sir. The BlizzCon stuff, dude. Yeah, brother. Yeah. Thanks for all the work, dog. No worries. Get you a nice bath in while we go over this stuff. The BlizzCon stuff, I've already been avoiding it because it is always just it's full of like fluff content and stuff. I figure like, when is BlizzCon over? Is it just this weekend? Is BlizzCon just this weekend? Yeah. Oh no, it's already over. It's already done. It's done, huh? Let me see. I just want like a concise recap, you know what I mean? Well, no, so just because I don't play the games doesn't mean I don't want to cover it in our news segment either. You know what I mean? That's the bigger part of it is I don't want to cover every little thing they announce because a lot of it's going to be stuff that doesn't really matter. I'm more into like the substantial stuff they're going to announce. That's why I haven't been covering BlizzCon over the entire like weekend. I just wanted to wait until it was totally done so we could pull up some kind of like concise summary, right? Yeah. Most of it's just like filler content, right? It's kind of like if you guys remember like the IGN, dude, I will never watch another IGN showcase. Never ever. IGN showcases are so long and so full of like filler content. It was really, really gross to watch the one year we did it together here in the community. It was so brutal, dude. I'll never watch another IGN showcase, dude. It was like IGN FanFest. So there was like a little bit of game stuff mixed in with a ton of like TV and movie stuff. And there were all these interviews that were happening too, which really were like stupid and long and drawn out. And really what they should have done was put them on like the internet and gone, look, we've done an interview with the cast and crew, or, you know, and with like the cast of the show. If you want to see more of it, go look at our webpage or something. Instead of, it was like 2 or 3 days, dude, of like 6-hour segments, dude. It was terribly long and just brutal to watch through, man. Like, I will not do IGN FanFest ever again. No flipping way, dude. It was brutal. Maybe we'll do not Windows. I don't want to do a Blizzard site or a Windows site. Let's just do this. We'll do digital trends here. We'll see what they have to give us. How long is this? Okay, we'll go with that. Yeah. I'd rather try to go with a site that might not be affiliated. You know what I mean? So that's what we'll probably get a little bit of this. You know what I mean? And we'll pull this up too. Warcraft developers lay out a grand vision for the franchise's future. We'll see if that gives us a little bit more. Yep. Thanks, buddy. I appreciate all that. I mean, if you guys want to talk about the whole Gears of War thing, you know, I would kind of agree. Here's the problem, dude. You want to talk about Gears of War needing a revamp, needing a modern overhaul, something like what God of War did. I'll agree with that. I've never been a big Gears of War player though, you know, and this is the thing. If that was what they decided to do, they need to follow that recipe closely. Yeah, with what Sony has done with Gears of War, or not with Gears of War, but with God of War, and how well they did with bringing that franchise back into prominence, you know, and into modern gaming. That is, Sony Santa Monica nailed it. It's not an easy thing to do. Those are two different genres of games too. So, I can see where maybe some fans of Gears of War would be interested in having that franchise overhauled a bit and brought into maybe a new era to maybe begin again, if you will, kind of like God of War has. God of War was never bad. I don't think Gears of War was ever bad, but it might be getting a little stale. Might be time for a modern overhaul. And there's two ways that can go. It can go very well, or it can go very badly. Right? We've seen it happen. God of War, great, fantastic. Saints Row, terrible. Right? So, I mean, there's something to be said for understanding why developers stick with their recipe for so long whenever it's been successful for a good amount of time, right? But I could see where maybe Gears fans are ready for a bit of an upgraded experience. Something newer. Gears has been around for a while. More Gears Tactics. Yeah, I didn't play that one either, but I saw a little bit of it. It looked pretty good. I love tactics games though. I'm a bit partial to tactics types games. You know what I mean? So maybe flesh the world out a little more. I know they just dropped a trading card game for Gears. Did you know that? Yeah. So they dropped a physical. It's physical. But yeah, this is the thing. If it does well, the way this usually goes, right? The way this usually goes is if the physical trading card game is fairly good and fairly successful, it usually gets adapted into a digital trading card game as well. Or mechanics of the trading card game can get implemented into spin-offs of that universe, right? There will be spin-offs of that game that will implement card-based mechanics and stuff like that, right? So there's the potential of that happening. So if you didn't know, yes, Gears of War does now have a card game. This just came out not too long ago. I know this isn't necessarily video gaming news, but it ties into what we're talking about, right? So if you're a Gears fan, take a look. There you go. So there's different ways. I think that, maybe it's something, if there's enough of a fan base, maybe they need to flesh out the world a little bit more. Maybe they need to spin it off a little bit better. You know what I mean? Maybe not just tactics games. Maybe something else too. I don't know. Let's get rid of some of this sports crap, dude. It's always a risk, though, right? If you're going to overhaul a game and a universe and all that stuff, it's a risk. And a lot of studios are very risk averse right now, right? There is no denying that. Many studios right now are very risk averse, as opposed to how many of them were willing to be a bit more risky whenever like the pandemic hit, because the gaming industry for the most part benefited greatly. It was one of the weird industries that actually benefited from the pandemic. Gaming went nuts. And so lots of hires, lots of new, they were trying to pump out as many games as possible. It was a weird deal, man. Dude, my team lost last night, by the way. They played like absolute dog crap. They don't usually play like that either. Felt bad. They're really implementing a lot of different stuff for the Samsung's game stuff. Their gaming hub. We'll take a quick peek here, see what this is. We're already getting a ton of like early Black Friday deals and stuff like that. Hold, my dudes. I'll keep looking for deals. I always do, man. I try my best to look out for good deals for everybody and throw them in the Discord server and stuff. It's not that there won't be some great early Black Friday deals, but dude, usually Black Friday time, like right towards the end of November, is when they really pop off. So just keep your eyes, your ears peeled. If you're in the market for some, especially like gaming and tech deals and stuff, they're everywhere during that time. So just try to be patient. But if you see something that seems really good, do some price checking, see what the lowest prices have been over, the past year or two. And if it seems really good, I mean, go for it. SteelSeries unveils some new microphones? Huh. SteelSeries is a good company, dude. Or they make good, they manufacture pretty good quality peripherals and stuff, man. We already talked about this. I'm not going to dive in there. Oh, gaming Bible. We'll see what this is. Probably clickbait. We talked about this. The day before has been delayed till December. Okay? 2 days ago we talked about that. Shout out to Vault. Thanks, buddy. Modern Warfare 3's campaign is only 4 hours long. But if you pre-order the game, you can get in and play the campaign 3 days early. Or no. It was even earlier than that, wasn't it? Like a week early? Something like that? 5 days early? So, I mean, for that 4 hours of gameplay, if you pre-order or get one of the deluxe versions, I think, then, you know, you can get in there and get that 4 hours of campaign entertainment. What a deal. What a deal. Yo, let's talk about this.
Unacceptable!
Yeah, well, look, man. I mean, most people don't buy Call of Duty for the campaign, right? But people have been excited about the fact that Call of Duty has been bringing the campaign back into the game, right? So, let's look. We'll put this back here with everything announced for the BlizzCon stuff. D4's first expansion been announced. What is this? Hopping on a... What is this? Oh, Vampire Survivors is actually getting a story mode. Interesting. Yeah. This is going to be the same thing that we talked about the other day. Also, shout out to Vault. Microsoft employees are not happy with the company's latest decision, which is to remove their free subscriptions to Game Pass Ultimate. It's pretty gross. Let's look at our other search here. We've already talked about it though, so if anybody wants to hasn't heard about what's going on there, it's basically anybody that doesn't work for a Microsoft gaming division is losing their free subscription to Game Pass. Which they've had for a long time. Basically since Game Pass became a thing. And it, in my opinion, is disgusting. You work for Microsoft. Microsoft owns Xbox. It's a perk for working for that company. It should continue to be a perk. You take care of your employees. This is Microsoft looks at it as, well, you know, we're missing out on $500 million a year worth of subscription dollars just from our employees or something. It's like, no, you're not. Because not all your employees are going to buy into the service. You're talking about all the employees that have the subscription service for free. How many of them are actually going to buy into the service if they don't have it for free? That's a different flipping subject, dude. And aside from that, it's really about taking care of your employees, which most companies, especially as they continue to get bigger and bigger, lose sight of. It's just another instance of that. Here it is again. This is going to be GameSpot's like vlog stuff, so I won't dive into that. Nintendo and Microsoft won't allow horror game Christmas Massacre, huh? I think we already talked about this. They bought that AI dev for their streaming services. Yeah, iSize. Yep. Yeah, we already talked about it. Oh, Target announces a buy two get one free deal on video games for November. It's not as good as like a buy one get one, but I'll pull it up real quick. They're trying to get some of that retail money before all the Black Friday deals hit at the end of the month. So be aware of that. PS Plus free games, one of the most gorgeous open worlds of 2023. What are they talking about? Chia. No. Chia. Sorry. Not spelt the same way though. RoboCop apparently is pretty good, dude. Check it out. The critic score is not great, but the user scores, people are loving this game, dude. Users are loving this. It's one of those weird instances where like 71's not bad as a Metacritic score, you know, as a critic score. It's not bad. It's not great either. It'll be entertaining enough. That's usually what like a low 70s is. But dude, people are absolutely loving this. %91 positive on Steam as well. So that's right in line with the Metacritic user scores. Over 1,200 reviews so far, and people are just digging it, dude. I don't know how long. I wonder how long it is to, let's see. What I have heard is there's no, like, replayability in it. So that's a bit concerning. How long to beat? About 20 hours. $50 game, 20 hours. But people are digging it that much. Might be worth $50. Might be able to get a discount on it on like Green Man Gaming or something too. For about $9 off. Apparently, users are really digging the game, though. If you're a fan of RoboCop, it looks like you're probably going to enjoy it. Oh, nice. NVIDIA leaders hit with crypto-related insider trading claims. That's great. Ghost of Tsushima movie release date prediction? I didn't even know they were making a Ghost of Tsushima movie, dude. Directed by Chad Stahelski of the John Wick series. Oh my god. I gotta be honest, dude. It's gonna be weird for me for a while to think about the fact that Phil Spencer is now at the top of Blizzard and Activision. That's just gonna be weird to get used to. I'm excited about it, but it's weird. Like, Phil Spencer appears at BlizzCon. Like, that's so weird to hear, man. No weapon tuning in Modern Warfare 3, apparently. Oh, man, I might sneeze here in a second. Get ready for it. This company wants you to pay $2,000 to play The Sims. Talking about EA? Yo, what is this? Oh, they're actually offering people $2,000 to play The Sims. Oh my god, dude. What? Pass. If you want to play The Sims with everything in it, you're only going to come out on top by a little bit there. Excuse me. Gears of War creator thinks Zack Snyder should direct the movie. Am I the only one that feels like Zack Snyder's like the new, like, Michael Bay? I feel like Zack Snyder's just becoming the new Michael Bay, dude. You know what I mean? I don't know. Let's dive in here, dude. We got a lot of articles. Let's get it. Turn off this music. Excuse me. Here we go. Starting it off with a bang. NVIDIA leaders hit with crypto-related insider trading claims. Uh-oh. Oh, bro. Bloomberg, get wrecked. Whatever. Yo, a pension fund sued NVIDIA Core's senior leaders, saying they lied about a sudden sales surge tied to cryptocurrency mining, while a group of them made hundreds of millions on insider stock sales. Lawsuit made public Thursday says members of NVIDIA's board and management hid its reliance on a short-term spike in crypto mining throughout 2017 and 2018, when company leaders were attributing high demand for its flagship graphics processor to sustainable trends involving video cards. While NVIDIA's stock soared, a C-suite executive and 9 board members, quote, self-dealt in corporate material, non-public information to reap enormous insider trading proceeds. Consider me not surprised, but we'll see what happens with this. Bloomberg's always like, hey, you don't have any account. You need, please log into your account so you can redirect. Sorry, buddy. We'll see if we can catch some more of that moving forward in what happens in that situation, okay? Ghost of Tsushima movie release date prediction, confirmation, everything we know. Live action Ghost of Tsushima movie is coming from John Wick director Chad Stahelski. Here's everything we know. I'm just going to summarize this, and then I'll throw it in chat for you guys to take a look at. That way we're not reading. I mean, reading all of this would just take up a lot of time. We got a lot of articles to get through today, so I'll summarize it. You guys can read the whole thing if you want. Ghost of Tsushima, the hit video game, is getting a live-action movie adaptation. directed by Chad Stahelski of John Wick, of the John Wick series. I'm about to sneeze. Yep, it's coming. I'm gonna wash my hands real quick. I need to get some like hand sanitizer in here, dude. The weather's getting cold, and hand sanitizer dries my hands out really bad too. And when the weather gets cold, man, my hands start getting all jacked up if I don't like constantly put lotion on them. I hate that. I used to work out in the weather a lot as a mechanic, dude, when I was younger, and I've got scar tissue all over my knuckles and stuff. And so when the weather gets bad, like my hands just start like busting up, dude. They like if I don't keep them like nice and moisturized and stuff, dude, my hands just like the scar tissue just turns to trash. It's gross, dude. Uh anyways, the script for the Ghost of Tsushima movie is complete and production is set to start soon, according to director Chad Stahelski. Fans of the game can expect an epic historical drama set in 13th century feudal Japan, with a story that pays homage to movies and cinema, particularly the works of Akira Kurosawa. Cool, man. If you want to read the rest of this, there's probably some cool info in here. Take a look. Target is announcing a buy two get one free deal on video games for November. I would say be a bit hesitant on this. It might be an okay deal. It just depends on what games if you're really, really interested in getting some games right now, this could work. But there's going to be some really good sales toward the end of the month with Black Friday stuff. So be aware of that. Yeah. So from the 5th, which is today, through the 11th, so for roughly the next week, okay? You can get the buy two get one free deal across video games and books, but not movies, because Target doesn't sell those anymore. Yeah, this is a pretty good deal if you're looking to get games like Modern Warfare 3, because the game will release on November 10th, which is the day before this deal ends. Take advantage of this deal to get it for free if you get two other $70 video games. So you'll just have to take a look, see what all they're selling. You know what I mean? What all? I think every game's actually part of it, but just know that if you're in the market right now, and obviously Call of Duty's a big pool for a lot of people, so it could be a way to get maybe another free game if you're there's another $70 game out there you want. PS Plus free game is one of the most gorgeous open worlds of 2023. They're talking about Chia, released back in March. The indie adventure Chia rather got lost in the noise of a certain video game or a certain Nintendo game, but it's the perfect, certain Nintendo game. Talking about Tears of the Kingdom, but it's the perfect title to check out when things calm down, and it's a properly gorgeous open world adventure. They awarded a 9 out of 10 from Gaming Bible. It's a blend of Legend of Zelda, The Wind Waker, and Disney's Moana, inviting players to explore a series of islands scattered atop a wide ocean and explore. No real combat to speak of, just focus on exploring, chatting to locals, and using your powers to leap into pretty much any object or animal in the game. Soar through the sky as a bird or roll along the ground as a coconut. It is up to you. So basically, go play this game if you have a PlayStation Plus extra subscription. Cool? It is supposed to be a pretty solid game. I'll link it just so if anybody needs to pull this up as a reminder. Nintendo and Microsoft won't allow horror game Christmas Massacre, dev claims. The game is too crazy for Xbox and Nintendo. A developer has claimed that it is unable to release its upcoming game on Nintendo and Xbox platforms because companies won't allow it. Christmas Massacre, a PS1 style horror game, will be released on PlayStation later this month. When asked by fans if it would come to the other platforms, developer Puppet Combo, they do a lot of good retro-styled games, responded only PlayStation will allow it. Trailer for the game, which was posted to Twitter, shows the player playing as Santa using a flamethrower to seemingly kill children and nuns in a school. In another series of tweets, the developer responded to fans saying the game was too crazy for Switch and too crazy for Xbox. Let's take a look at this real quick. Yeah, this is their jam, dude. This is what they do. God dang, dude.
You have to kill Larry.
You have to kill Larry. Kill them all. Oh my god, dude. I think normally in their games, though, you're the one trying to avoid the killer, not you're not the one being the killer.
Welcome to training, Larry. Here you will learn how to kill without being caught.
Interesting. That's a bit wild. Their previous game was Cannibal. Yeah, all three platforms feature a myriad of violent games. The reasons for the game allegedly being rejected from Microsoft and Nintendo's platforms are unclear. VGC has reached out to Microsoft and Nintendo for clarification. We'll see what they say. Interesting. Public Combo's got a lot of games, though, guys. I actually want to start diving into some of them during Scaretober. Murder House is a notoriously renowned one. Stay Out of the House. There's a couple on Steam right now. A lot of them I think you can get on like maybe there's like a Nun one too. Like on I think you can get some of them on like itch.io. They're all over the place, man. They're notoriously good though. Roguelike Darling Vampire Survivors is hopping on a hot new gaming trend called having a story. They're being sarcastic there. New adventures will be bundled in with free and paid updates. The next Vampire Survivors update will add the first wave of adventures, self-contained miniature story modes that remix the game's content. These wacky side quests will offer a unique progression path, giving the player an opportunity to start from scratch, face custom challenges with a limited arsenal, without losing their precious unlocks in the main game. Ponkel says, which is the developer, says adventures will be bundled in with normal free updates as well as paid DLC. The developer has no plans to stop adding stuff like new characters, weapons, and stages. Safe to say Vampire Survivors will keep getting updates for the foreseeable future. No release date yet for the Big Adventures update, but Ponko says one is coming soon. For now, you can go play the current version on Xbox Series X, Xbox One, Game Pass, Switch, PC, and Android and Apple mobile devices. It is a cool game. All right. Samsung Game Launcher, now called Gaming Hub, gets updated user interface. It's just an updated user interface. Interesting. Changing the UI to make it more convenient for gamers to access their mobile games. Revamped game selection area is the biggest change. Bottom bar where the home, instant plays, and more buttons used to be is now gone, replaced with a toolbar containing the user's mobile games. Toolbar can be expanded to almost a full screen view. You can see here, and then it pops up to basically like a 3/4 or a 2/3, more like 2/3 screen view. Okay. Well, that wasn't as big of news as I thought it was going to be. Sorry. Here we go. Looks like SteelSeries is releasing some new microphones. SteelSeries is a pretty good manufacturer of peripherals. So SteelSeries, a gaming and esports peripherals brand, launches. Apologies. Oh, stupid throat, man. I guess I should probably grab one of these bad boys for the rest of the news segment. They launched their latest innovation at ESGS 2023, the Alias series microphones powered by Sonar for streamers. These microphones are tailored for gamers, addressing the unique demands of streaming and content creation. Alias microphones provide gamers with the freedom and range they need. SteelSeries designed a microphone system that streamlines the process of producing and streaming simultaneously. Comes with Sonar, which is their software suite to help give owners the ability to address anything they might need to do with the actual device itself, including 10-band parametric EQ with a broadcast presets, audio routing, Clearcast AI noise cancellation, and pro-level mixing tools like the compressor and limiter. Compatible with standard video broadcasting software using CPU processing to avoid frame rate drops. It's a nice looking little microphone. They've got a base version. Looks like it's USB. And the Pro, they've got a Pro version too. So you can look into this if you would like. Normally with things like this, I try to wait until maybe some reviews come out to see exactly how good it is and how it stacks up against some of the other comparable, especially price-wise, products on the market, you know. But if you're interested, SteelSeries does traditionally make pretty good peripherals. Steam's giving you 11 free games to download and keep right now. Gaming Bible can be clickbaity sometimes. So the 12 free Steam games you can get: Shellrunner, The Jeffy Game, Drift.wave, Office Fight, Beyond Hanwell Teaser, Monster Hide, Dragonair, Silent Gods, Three Skies, Cult of Personality, Song of Horror, One Shot Challenge, Stagelands, Eternal Defense. Normally when you get free games on Steam, it's not the same type of quality of game you'll get on Epic, which I'll bring up in a moment. Yo, what up, Ferret? What's going on, buddy? They're normally a little bit more obscure, not as notable, not as highly rated, but free content's free content. So there's the link right there. So go check that out. Yo, buddy. Yo, just a second. I'll check out what you wrote in chat about SteelSeries. Just give me 1 second. Epic, come on, man. Man, just know this. I'm not logging in there right now. You can get what is it? Turnip Boy commits tax evasion right now on Epic for free. I'm not logged into my account right now, obviously. But go get your free games on Epic as well. Right? Makes sense. Free games. That's an easy thing. You just have to have an account, get free games. Easy peasy. Yeah. Yeah, that's like any software that controls peripherals too. So it happens to me very rarely also though, dude. I mean, because like I use noise cancellation software through NVIDIA Broadcast. That's all I use it for. NVIDIA Broadcast has other functions, but I only use it for noise cancellation, right? But it basically makes it show up as a different audio device, right? So it's like it it uses the microphone, but it basically shows up as a different audio device. And if that software crashes, any anything I'm doing that is using that audio device because of the software, it no longer works, right? So I have to like reboot it and everything. And I won't notice until you guys go, "Yo, you're muted." I'm like, "I'm not muted." And then I realize that like the software crashed out or something. It doesn't crash very often, but it's the same kind of situation. Yeah. Yeah, dude. Yeah. But yeah, SteelSeries, and I'm not very familiar with SteelSeries products myself, but I do know a lot of people, and I've heard from you as well. And again, if anybody's wondering, Artings is a very good place where you can go check out things like headphones, speakers, cameras, lots of things like that. I don't think they do actually microphones on here, but especially like headphones and stuff like that. So if this is a cool site if you want to go check out some comparisons. There are a lot of other sites out there and stuff, but I use this one a lot. So SteelSeries is very high quality. All right, so here we go. Modern Warfare 3's campaign is only 4 hours long. I mean, there's two ways to look at this, right? So most people don't play Modern Warfare for the campaign. I feel like them putting the campaign back into the game over the past few iterations or whatever has been good because people enjoy it to an extent. So having it is like a benefit. It's like a nice little extra, which is cool because some people dig it. Um, and I wouldn't expect it to be substantially long, anyways. Multiplayer is why people buy this game. Most people buy this game to play multiplayer, right? But here's what's funny to me. Part of their ploy to get people to buy into like the enhanced versions or to pre-order this game or whatever is that they allow you to play the campaign early, right? So it's like, yo, if you pre-order our game or buy a deluxe version or whatever it is, you can get into the game 5 days early and play the campaign, bro. It's only 4 hours long. You know what I mean? So on the flip side of that coin, it's like, what a stupid ploy to try to bait people in with, but it works. That's what's dumb about it. That's what's really dumb about it is that it works. I mean, if it's just like pre-order, there are a lot of people that are going to buy the game anyways, and if they're that hyped enough that they're like, "Oh, I'm going to buy it anyways," it is really short. But again, that's never what this game's been about, anyways. So to an extent, it's like, well, whatever. Call of Duty's always been about multiplayer. I mean, to be fair, dude, the campaign went away for a long time. They just started bringing it back not too long ago. So I agree. I would like to see it be at least, you know, 10 to 12 hours or something. It's really short. It's really short. Most people don't buy this game for the campaign though. They never have. So I think the most disturbing thing for me is actually like you can play the campaign early if you pre-order, and then it's 4 hours long, and it's like, wow, okay, it is. That is really really short, though. You're right, it is disappointing and lackluster online. That's what people are saying. Yeah, pre-order the game via campaign early access. So it's literally 8 days early. You can get in and play the campaign, and it's 4 hours long. I mean, if this doesn't teach people not to buy into the marketing schemes that these big giant companies put on people, I don't know what does, dude. You know, this is so stupid. Became available at 6 p.m. on November 2nd. Players in that time zone already playing the final game ending by midnight. That's so gross, dude. According to those who have played and voiced their opinions online, the campaign simply didn't hit the right tempo of what a Call of Duty campaign should. Call of Duty content creator of the gaming revolution described it as a pointless filler, with Modern Warzone weighing in and calling it very lackluster. Yep, filler open world combat missions that are almost identical to some multiplayer experiences. Clearly, the game has missed the mark with so many. What seemed to be the only positive sentiment about the campaign was the game's cutscenes. But in an age where almost any game cutscene, sorry, Rise of Kong, is epic, it begs the question as to the value of Modern Warfare 3. Yep. Well, I'm positive the game is going to sell extremely well and be top 5 in Call of Duty sales. Begs the question of whether or not this is the strategy the series has moving forward, and as gamers, if we're happy with it. Personally, I'm not a fan of being sold as a fully fledged game. Then again, I'm guilty of buying in-game skins for $20 from time to time. So who am I to argue? Yeah, you're part of the problem. Yeah, that's part of the problem, dude. Modern Warfare 3 officially launches November 10th on PS5. Apparently, both PS5 platforms. My brain hurts. Xbox Series S and X, Xbox One, and PC. I mean, Activision Blizzard will be Activision Blizzard. Am I wrong? I mean, here's the hope, and Microsoft changes them to be something decent moving forward. But, bro, it's just another example of that. Yo, yo, this is so flippin' funny. So, literally, at the end of the day yesterday of us playing Baldur's Gate 3, we were talking about this because we noticed it in game. We noticed this in game. Pinky noticed it, actually. Pinky noticed it and brought it to my attention, and I was dying laughing. We're going to have clips of it and everything. And then this morning, the first article we see is this. Baldur's Gate 3 lets you use sausages as weapons. So, of course, one audacious player built a dual-wielding salami mancer ready to take on the game's hardest difficulty. This is going to be somebody else's content, so I'm not going to watch this right now, but I'll link it for you guys so you can look at it. I don't want to read. I don't want to be. Yeah, and it literally. This is what we saw yesterday. And we were like, oh my god, this actually has a damage on it. The Warlock Paladin combo means tons of casts of Divine Smite, augmenting those otherwise wimpy sausages, while elemental damage gear like the Caustic Brand or Helldust Gloves only furthers the salami pain train potential. This is awesome, dude. Unfortunately, even though these weapons are as improvised as they come, the salamis don't qualify for bonus damage from the Tavern Brawler improvised weapon feat. Still, CRPG Bro shows off the build working just fine on Baldur's Gate 3 max difficulty tactician mode, which is what we're playing right now, too. Yeah, I'll link it. You guys take a look at this if you want. I might actually, let me see, can I, I'll put it in the Discord, dude. I'll put it in our Discord, the main channel of the Discord, too, okay? BG3 Salami Mancer, dual wield, 700 plus damage turn, 13 plus attacks, slapping people with the salamis, dude. Oh my god. It's in the Discord, man. Hold on. I've got to reply to this. There's a perfect GIF for this, dude. Bro. I had to. There's a perfect GIF. You got to check out the Discord now. Main channel. All right. Moving on. Segueing still in the Baldur's Gate 3. Instead of Divine Smite, is now called Hammer of God. Yeah, bro. Yeah. Oh, man. Just the rights of sausages. Yeah. Sausage hammer. Yeah. The salami slammer, dude. I can't, bro. It hurts to laugh, dude. That's so flippin' funny, though. Oh my god, dude. So funny. Oh, dude. Jesus. All right, segueing into this, Baldur's Gate 3 dev shoots down Xbox release date leak. News to me. We'll work on it until we're happy to release it. Yeah, we heard before there's like a big issue, and this has been this way for Xbox for literally since the release of their modern consoles, X and S, right? If any developer, they've got this this rule basically that if a developer wants to release a game on the Xbox at all, they have to release on both platforms. And it's for a lot of titles very tough because getting a game to run the same way on the Series S as it does on the X is very, very difficult. The Series S is very underpowered and it's very constraining. Developers really handcuffed in being able to get things to run the same way. It's difficult. It's tough. It sucks. And we'd already heard that they'd have significant issues trying to get multiplayer to run right, things like that. Polish Pounder. Yeah, dude. I'm telling you, if you guys haven't seen the Discord channel yet, the GIF in there for it is perfect, dude. What you need to know. So I'm just going to hit on this. I'll link this so you guys can read the rest of it if you want, but what you need to know is going to summarize this pretty well for us. Baldur's Gate 3 was delayed on Xbox due to a parity issue with split-screen co-op on the Xbox Series S, but Microsoft eventually allowed developer Larian to bring the game to its consoles without including split-screen for the Series S. Larian previously said the game's Xbox launch would be before the end of 2023. Recently, a leak suggested it would be on December 6th specifically. However, Larian's director of publishing, Michael Dowse, took to X, formerly Twitter, to dispute this and deny confirmation of this release date. Dowse says the plan is still to release the game on Xbox before 2023 ends, but that Larian will work on it until we're happy to release it. That is a great quote. So if you want to read the whole thing, there you go. But that pretty much sums this up. We'll see when it actually comes out. But I think this is the main thing we need to take into consideration here is Larian's a pretty good company. I had some issues on my rig with this game crashing whenever we first started playing, but I found a way. It looks like I found a way around it. We didn't have any crashes yesterday. It's basically anytime I restart Steam, I have to go into the game's local app files, clear out the cache, and run the game as an administrator. And so far, and I brought the frames down of the game to like 30. I'm running it on low visual settings, video settings, and stuff like that. And so far, it's been much better. I don't know why, because I've got a graphics card that can absolutely handle this on much better settings. But there's something about my hardware configuration this game doesn't like very well. And I'm not the only one. We've done a lot of research. There are a lot of people that have had issues. But I have found my solution was the same as somebody else's, apparently, which was in large part reducing some of your, graphical settings, reducing frames, clearing out the cache folder, and just basically running it as admin every time. And that seems to have alleviated a lot of my issues. But Larian is I do think Larian's a good dev, and I like to see this kind of stuff. They are a dev. They publish their own games too, and this is important. Them not releasing the game until they're comfortable with how it performs. They should be comfortable with this game being fairly polished before it releases on a platform. This is the way most developers need to address their products, as opposed to what we see most developers do, like Colossal Order, most recently with something like City Skylines 2, where they go, the game's not finished, but we're releasing it anyways. Actual trash. Feels terrible. Excuse me. Contradictions of the modern gaming industry, huge hits and simultaneous layoffs. Yeah, it's brutal. This has been an amazing year for gaming. Amazing games have surfaced from long development cycles this year. Starfield, Spider-Man 2, Armored Core 6, Tears of the Kingdom, Baldur's Gate 3, Street Fighter 6, RE4 remake, Alan Wake 2, Dead Space remake, Cyberpunk 2077, Phantom Liberty, Mario Brothers Wonder, Sea of Stars, Dave the Diver, Monster Hunter Now, Lies of P, Hogwarts Legacy was balls on release. Get wrecked, I don't care. It was balls on release. On PC, at least. Diablo 4, Mortal Kombat 1, Forza Motorsport is actually trash as well. What? Hold on, dude. Forza Motorsport they're including in that? Or they must be like Microsoft lovers or something, dude. You guys seeing this crap? The new Forza Motorsport game came out on the 9th of October, almost a month ago. It's 37% positive. This game is a hot piece of flippin' unpolished, unfinished garbage. By the way, Playground Games and Turn 10 are the ones that make this game. Playground Games is the one making the new Fable game, too. So what's that tell you? Crew Motorfest, Assassin's Creed Mirage, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3, and EA Sports FC 24. Doesn't count all the live service games that got big updates this year or big mobile games, VR games, AR games, cloud games, and more that launched this year. Should be a year to celebrate. Just finished the campaign for Spider-Man 2. Awesome game. Now I'm torn between Alan Wake 2 and Modern Warfare 3. Alan Wake 2, dude. Alan Wake 2. But we've also had so many layoffs in the game industry that it feels like we're in a downturn. These are topics that we discussed in our recent GamesBeat 2023 event. But I can't say it's easy to explain what is happening. Yeah, danger, danger, danger. Exactly. I've actually got an article on the YouTube about it. About it exactly that, calling it out. Like, dude, I would be worried. I'm worried about Fable. The Playground Games, dude, has never done any kind of genre outside of those racing games, and now they can't even release those in a polished, finished state. You know what I mean? What are you going to expect out of a game, a genre that they don't even know how to make, that they've never done before? I hope Fable's good. Destiny 2? Just kidding. I mean, I think this is that stuff that I talk about all the time. People like recognizing developers, understanding what they do, what they've done historically, and being supportive of the good ones and weary of the bad ones. You know what I mean? If it plays anything like the trailer, it'll be all right. The trailer was just cinematic, dude. That's the other thing. They do. That's Playground Games is under Microsoft. A lot of it was, brother. Vault, a lot of that trailer was cinematic. I know not all of it. A lot of it was. And look, dude, here's the thing though. Vault, and you dude, we know the way this works. Even as much of what they had in there that wasn't cinematic, I know not all of it was. There was a good amount of cinematics in that trailer. Not all of it, but a good amount. But this is what developers also do. They show you what they want you to see, and they don't show you what they don't want you to see, right? This is the tried and true way of promoting and hyping a game, right? I mean, this is what these companies do. So they're also convoluting things nowadays with this is gameplay, right? Because I've seen it with Hellblade 2 as well. Yeah, where they go, this is gameplay, but what it'll be is it's those because the more recent stuff I've seen out of Hellblade is they're like it's gameplay, but it's not actually gameplay. It's not you controlling everything that's going on. It's like all you're really doing is like walking, and then it's like a cut scene where you might like hit a button or two to get things done, you know. And they're like, oh well, we can still call that gameplay. It's getting real convoluted, real, you know, sketchy as far as what they can call gameplay and just cinematics and stuff, you know? So, but we know the way this works, man. They're going to show us things to try to hype us up, but you have to pay attention to the historically what these companies have been doing with their products. I want Fable to be good, dude. I do. But anytime a company releases again, I guarantee you, Forza people that are Forza fans saw trailers for Forza Motorsport and went, "Dang, that looks awesome, dude!" And it came out and it was a big hot piece of garbage, dude. You know what I mean? This is the thing that happens to people all the time because the developers and the publishers show you what they want you to see, but getting it in your hands and playing something is totally different than what they show you. This is the ploy, man. This is what they do to us. And that's why I try to get people as much as possible to understand that like paying attention to the historical like what these companies have done over their past few products is more important than what they're showing you in a trailer. That's a better sign of what they're going to bring to the table in a product than anything they show you in some kind of even gameplay trailer. You know, it really is. I think that it was a stretch in the first place. I always want to see developers. I always want to see developers step outside their norm. I want to see developers do things, show us that they're flexible and being able to get outside their comfort zone, and they can be better and good at bringing different genres of games to us than what they're known for. So cool, man. If Microsoft felt like Playground Games was going to be the studio to do that for them, awesome. But it definitely is concerning to me that the game they've traditionally done, they haven't really ever done anything else besides Forza stuff. And even their most recent one is just garbage. And it's how do they expect people to want to dive into Fable pre-order? I this is my thing. I know people will do it because it's going to say Fable on it. This is the same thing as any other iconic piece of entertainment franchise, IP that gets people hyped up. Star Wars, Lord of the Rings, you name it, dude. Fable's the same way. It's an iconic gaming IP, and people are going to buy into the pre-order, and they're going to buy into it day one because it says Fable on it, right? but it's not the same developer it was before. Because who was it before? Was it Rare? Who made Fable before? It wasn't Rare. Who was it? Was it Lionhead? Yeah, thanks, dude. Yeah, yeah, good call, brother. Yeah. So Lionhead, forever, and now Playground Games, right? And it's just one of those things that I think it's going to be that tried and true example of hey, we're bringing something back, or we've got a popular piece of entertainment that it's going to hype people up. And dude, I still own the first Fable on Xbox, dude. I love that game. You know, I love that game. But again, I mean, I understand what you're saying, brother, but there's a big difference between just watching something and playing something too. You know, just watching a video that they ran. I don't care what they ran it on. It's so much different than playing a game and experience a game and what that game is going to feel like on release. You know, so it's kind of like the same thing as I'll quite often talk about while I'm playing games where I can tell that I'm dropping frames and stuff, and you guys go, "Oh, I can't really tell." It's kind of the same thing, dude. Whoever was like playing the game to like do this the trailer, they could have totally been dropping frames or whatever, you know what I mean? And then when they like put the trailer together and stuff and they put it together for us to watch, it'd be a lot harder for us to maybe notice it than like actually playing the game yourself. I think that's the issue is and who knows how many times they had to play through a section to get it to look good if it was experiencing issues. That's the thing about a developer. They're going to make sure they give you something that looks great. They want it to look good because they want you to buy into the hype, man. And if it's a company that's shown you that they make good products, by all means, dude. I'm all about it. Support them, do it, buy into it and stuff. I think this is one of those situations where people need to be scared. Yeah, Ferret. No worries, buddy. Happy Sunday, dude. I think it's one of those it's a little bit scared, and people need to be a little bit hesitant, man. It's not the same developer that ever did Fable. It's not a company that is normally known for doing this genre of game, and even the genre of game that they normally do, they're failing on that front. So how do we expect them to do something good in a genre of game they've never even done before anyways? My only thing is like I I just ask that people be hesitant. Wait until it comes out, dude. Don't buy into it early. Don't buy into it day one. Wait until it comes out. At least let them prove to us first that they did something decent. You know? I really hope they do. I really hope they do, Vault. I want Fable to be good, dude. And I agree. I thought the trailer looked good, dude. I'll agree with you. I thought the trailer looked good. But that's what they do. You know what I'm saying? So it's a hard thing for me too, man. But it's one of those things that I think people need to be more critically aware of. These companies have gotten so good at it, man. So until I see the game release and see that they did something decent, I'm gonna be hesitant and I'm gonna be skeptical because of everything else. I understand what you're saying. I understand what you're saying. Again, we also have again. I mean, we have no idea how many how many cuts it took them to run that game on that Series X to get it to look good enough. You know what I'm saying? It could have taken them playing the same segments over and over and over. Yeah, it's just one of those things that I'm always trying to like flesh out with people and get them to take a bit of a more critical look at. And I mean, brother, I hope that it was like one take, you know what I'm saying? Because that would be amazing. We just don't know that, you know what I mean? So, um, I want it to be good. And I'm actually, dude, I'm totally, one of the things I've caught a lot of people giving the game heat about is like a female and female protagonist or the female main character and stuff. Dude, I don't give a crap. I think it's fine, Wish it definitely took a couple. I'm actually fine with that, dude. I don't care. I think it would be cooler for them to give people the option of what you wanted your character to be. It's an RPG, have a little bit of some character creation in there or something, But I'm actually fine with it. But I'm one of those people that, yeah, I don't know what they were tripping about either, dude. I thought she was pretty too. Yeah, yeah. I'm one of those people that I play all kinds of different characters. I'll create characters that are, fairly closely based on me. I'll create characters that are loosely based on me. And then I'll create characters that actually have nothing to do with who I am. So it doesn't really matter to me quite often. So, but there were a lot of people I saw throwing a fit about the whole like, oh, well, they're making a Fable game with a female lead and, Fable's never had a female lead. And it's like, well, this isn't the same Fable game they've ever, it's not the same Fable game it was before. So what are you tripping about? It's like, whatever, dude. Who cares? All the Fable games before had a male character. So can there not be one with a female, Make hot goth mommies. Bro, you need to make a goth IHOP mommy, dude. Post on a game and then post it in the Discord so we can see. Doubt you can only play a girl. I don't know, dude. It depends on how they've done the story, Can they integrate character creation and gender roles and stuff into the story where the it can tell the difference and everything, and change in regards to what you've selected, or is it pretty static? It depends on the way they developed it, right? Yeah. But we'll see. We'll see. So, I wasn't trying to like attack on that front. I'm just, how I am, dude. I'm passionate about this stuff. And a big part of like what really drives me nuts is the huge marketing and promoting that they do in these games to make people buy into stuff whenever they so often release games that are unpolished and unfinished. And I have reason to be hesitant about Fable. That's it. Yeah. Yeah, that's all it is, dude. I'm jaded, obviously. I'm jaded by what's happened to me, and I don't want other people to continue to be burnt. And I want us to, just be better about supporting the good companies and not supporting the bad ones. That's a lot of what it comes down to. So, yeah, that's it, dude. This whole thing is like, we've had a ton of good games. That's what we were talking about here. We've had a ton of good games, and we've had a lot of layoffs in the industry. What they're saying here is like, the game industry used to be so easy to explain. Consoles followed a 5-year cycle. It's more like a 7-year cycle now. The PC market was steady, driven by hardware upgrades and Moore's Law. Moore's Law is getting... Moore's Law was traditionally like built on this theory that every 16 months, technology gets twice as fast and twice as small. It's a loosely based law. The 5-year console cycle is gone. Leaked documents suggest Microsoft won't introduce a new game console to succeed the Xbox Series X and S until 2028, or 8 years after the 2020 debut. On the other hand, we're benefiting from the successful launch of the MetaQuest 3 virtual reality headset this fall, pending launch of Apple Vision Pro, if you want to go pay $3,000 for it, and the Nintendo Switch 2 likely probably late summer, early August of 2024. The pandemic caused a huge shortage of parts for the hardware and disrupted normal patterns. Then, as we came out of the pandemic, consumers put their money into travel, other outdoor activities, returning somewhat to normal patterns for video gameplay. Yeah, but the pandemic also had a lot of people staying at home, a lot more people playing games, trying to engage in online communities because they couldn't engage with people face to face, right? So there was a lot of the gaming industry that actually benefited. Hardware wise, it was brutal, but software wise, it was very lucrative actually, to where most of these companies actually probably overhired. Winners and losers. The game industry has always had simultaneous hit games and layoffs. Some companies win the competitive battles for the consumer. Some lose. After big hits surfaced in the holiday season, layoffs often ensued in January as it became clear who lost out. That was normal every year in the games industry of the past. Right. We've been lucky in some ways to go years without massive layoffs. Yeah. Normally there's like a trim the fat thing around January, right? But here lately, we've been seeing it just constantly. Farhan Noor's videogamelayoffs.com has tracked 6,759 layoffs at game companies so far this year, not counting 30 companies where the layoff numbers weren't known. Jesus. All told, Noor's list is layoffs at 122 companies, the numbers growing in the past few months. Oddly, this is out of sync with tech, where AI is inspiring a huge boom right now, after severe layoffs a year ago that preceded game layoffs this year. Yet games are getting better. Axios noted that the games of 2023 have been rated better than in the past 20 years. More games have been rated at 90 out of 100 or better in 2 decades. Prompted some people to wonder if we have just too many games right now. People should be buying up lots of these games. After all, the U.S. economy is still creating jobs. We aren't in a recession. Some economists are forecasting a recession this coming year, yet games are supposed to be recession resistant, as people need a diversion when times are tough. Yeah, I was like last year and the end of 2021. Well, it's like the end of 2021 to the beginning of 2022. I kept seeing articles saying that the games industry was recession proof. And I was like, no, it's not, dude. It's resistant, but it's not recession proof. Part of the problem is that consumers don't have time to play all these great games. So there's a glut of too many good games, cannibalizing each other. And consumers have to deal with inflation and the failure of wages to keep with it. Money doesn't go as far as it once did, so they don't have as much money available to spend on games. Certainly can't help that we're still horrified by the grinding war in Ukraine and the horrific loss of life in Israel and Gaza. Faced with such horrible news, consumers probably aren't motivated to spend as much money as they do in happier times. Geopolitics of the post-pandemic world are disturbing. Climate change causing economic disruptions, wars creating havoc for gaming industries in multiple countries. Not an easy world to explain anymore. The familiar refrain is, it's complicated. Yeah. A lot of the good and bad is trickling down. That's creating winners and losers in gaming. Startups that raised money during the good times are lucky to be well financed at a time when it's getting harder to raise money. Despite the presence of a lot of game VCs sitting on dry powder, while the funds have money, some limited partners may be putting pressure on to slow down the investing, and rising interest rates mean that it's often better to hold on to the money than invest it. I feel sorry for those who have lost their jobs. Me too. I say that all the time, dude, whenever I hear about people losing their jobs, dude. I feel sorry for those people. And some people who have been out of work for a long time, the optimistic message for them is that the game startup ecosystem is a lot stronger than it used to be. As big companies cut back jobs by the hundreds, ambitious game startups hiring people because they have recently received funding from some of the dozens of new game venture capital firms. Big mergers of game companies could result in layoffs due to redundant jobs. Those acquisitions create significant paydays for founders and corporate leaders who can go on to start new companies or invest in startups. So the big exits will result in an acceleration of the job and wealth creation cycle. We see some ridiculous and terrible things happening, like companies posting jobs even as they lay off people. Embracer Group bought scores of companies only to do layoffs and shut down decades-old studios like Volition. We've talked about that a lot. After it failed to raise a new round of money, Meta laid off 20,000 or so people in the past year, freezing many positions. Gotta love old Zuckerberg, right? The old Zuckerberg. That is a lot. Yo, Cappy, what's up? Oh, dude, it's okay, Cappy. Yo, I like, it's fine. People come in and do the yo. I like to know when people get in here and stuff. Yeah.
Yo.
There you go. That's all right. Yeah.
You shake with
Yeah.
Jam.
That's very considerate of you, though, friendo. I appreciate it. Don't worry about it, man. You get in here and you yo me all you want. I don't care.
Are pretty funny, Gabs.
How happy Sunday. How you doing? That was very considerate, though. I appreciate it. A lot of people don't have that kind of consideration. They just pop them off. But I appreciate you at least noting that, because it is sometimes I'll be in the middle of reading and then it'll pop off and I'm like, oh, okay, hold on. Like Vault. No, I'm kidding, dude. Yeah, here's old Zuckerberg saying that laying off too many people led to a hiring backlog the company must now fulfill, as it doesn't have enough people in certain positions that are needed. One place where jobs are growing is the Middle East. Saudi Arabia plans to pour $37 billion into games as it diversifies away from oil. There's another issue here, though. Saudi Arabia is a country that is heavily investing in the games industry. Saudi Arabia is also, they're investing as a country, as a regime, as a government entity through Savvy Games Group. Okay? Saudi Arabia is also a country that is notably bad about civil liberties, right? About freedoms, social justice, things like that. They discriminate very badly against certain demographics of people. And there is something very concerning about a regime like this buying into the industry of entertainment that so many of us love, because we know how entertainment works, whether it be TV, news outlets, flipping movies, you name it. Certain organizations gain a foothold in there, right? And they start pushing their agenda onto people, right? It's a way of grooming people into their way of thinking or whatever. And I have significant reservations about what it's going to mean for us with Saudi Arabia being so heavily invested. They already own 10% of Nintendo. It's a concerning thing, man. People need to understand what that means for us. Nice. What up, True? You playing football today, apparently? Yo, nice, Cappy. That's a great one. And Vault with the Copium. Sick, dude. We all got good ones there. The global games market is expected to hit $187.7 billion this year. Yeah, I mean, look, man, it's a very fickle, very volatile industry right now. It has been for a long time. I think that a lot of major companies overhired. Yeah, that's a good one, Cappy. And I think that there are a lot of studios that overhired through the pandemic, and it's we're seeing a lot of the bad side of things coming back to reality, right? Back to reality. Oh, you guys know. So yeah, I know, Cappy. Yeah, I agree. We talk about that a lot. We've talked about it this morning too. Um, and I think a lot of what they talked about in this article too was like, but the thank God for the indie part of the industry, right? The indie part of the industry always seems to shine through, give us hope, right? In many different facets, many different areas. The indie industry, there you go. There you go, Cappy. Cappy got it. All right. Yeah. 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 That's what I was looking for, dude. Yes, yes, yes. Wait, I got to get something in here real quick. Where's it at? Nice. So, um, it's been really terrible. I think the thing for me is like the thing that I talk about a lot. We keep going over all these like these firings that happen, you know. Um, it's always the same stupid cliche default statement we get from every company. Where it's like we love our employees and we love our community and you know we just want to take care of everybody. Unfortunately, this is what we have to do. And, but you never get any kind of clarity about it. They're never openly, you know, talking about what led them to this point. They don't give you any kind of, you know, knowledge about maybe what led to, or, you know, what did they try to do anything to avoid having to fire employees? You never see anything from the company. It's just the same stupid default crappy explanation of this is all we could do to save the company was fire, you know, 10% of our employees. It's all we could do, but we love them. Good luck, you know. So it's I'd love to see it stop, but I don't think it's going to stop. I do think they hit on a good point here too, though. You know, we talk a lot about backlog of games and how tough it is to always play all the games you want to play. You know, things of that nature, right? Well, then at least we would know that it was a viable reason, a legit reason for firing people, other than, you know, the few people sitting at the top of the company made some really bad business decisions. And instead of deciding to take a pay cut for them being idiotic assholes that are bad at business and making other people pay the price. You know what I mean? But we don't ever see that because then those CEOs would look bad, right? Um, so I don't know, man. It's a rough deal, but I hope it gets better. And this just I think plays into a lot of what we talk about a lot of, you know, paying attention to what companies are doing what, supporting the good companies that seem like they're actually committed to being ethically and morally grounded, taking care of their employees, producing quality products, supporting the good companies, and not supporting the bad ones, dude. I think that's what a lot of this comes down to, dude. It all kind of leads us to the same place every single time, does it not? I mean, it's crazy, man. IGN held a best horror video game face-off. The winner revealed. Number one, RE4. I agree, Cappy. I agree. Absolutely. 84% win percentage, dude. So RE4 took the cake. Then it was RE2 remake. 3 was Dead Space remake. 4 was Silent Hill 2. Bro, Silent Hill 2 still killing it. I hope the remake's good. Yo, Silent Hill Ascension was terrible. I've got to say, it was really bad, dude. Okay, I'm probably gonna have to go ahead and call it right now. We're probably just gonna have to do RE October. RE Tober, dude. RE Scaretober next year. How's that sound? Bunch of Resident Evil games. Start working our way through like the more modern Resident Evil games. Because I've never played almost any of them. I've played the Dead Space stuff. We'll play Silent Hill stuff once those remakes start coming out and everything too. But I've been thinking about this. There are some other Scaretober games that I need to get played, but we need to start throwing in some Resident Evil games to the Scaretober stuff, dude. RE April? Why April? The Vampy Mommy? Yeah. Talking about the village, Cappy. Why April? Rolls off the tongue? Rape or no, dude, I almost messed that up. I was trying to like put the words together. Let's stop right there. That wasn't going to be good. That was bad. Yeah. Wow. I didn't say it in my head before I said it out loud. That was bad. Ugh. Yeah, never mind. Bad idea. yeah, yeah, yeah. I know too, Cappy. Yeah. Maybe a different month falls. We'll figure it out. I want to save the games for Scaretober, dude. The Resident Evil games would be good for Scaretober. I don't know. What I might do is actually maybe take some of the games that we missed this Scaretober, like Choo Choo Charles, World of Horror, Signalis. Was it Signalis the other one? Can't remember. And we might play those throughout the year. And then just do big Resident Evil Scaretober coming up this next year. You know what I mean? We'll talk about it, dude. The first of the year is going to be coming. We're going to be doing our schedule together and everything. Cool. So we'll talk about it. As for how so I don't know. I think this is what you need to know. The top 10. Yeah. Dead Space 2. We've played those. Gotta get in on the Resident Evil stuff. There's a lot more to look at in here though if you want. Yeah. Cappy, I'm not gonna say it again. Everything announced at BlizzCon 2023. So this is all the last 3 articles here about BlizzCon. BlizzCon popped off Friday through yesterday, and we're just gonna kind of summarize it real quick if we can. There's gonna probably be a ton of filler content, just not real notable things to cover. There'll be some, but some that just doesn't really make sense to cover for the news segment. So we're gonna see what we can get the gist of here for a nice summary of what BlizzCon had to offer. Okay, and we'll look at a few other things to build off of what BlizzCon brought to the table as far as D4's first expansion and Warcraft's vision for the future. And then we'll go play BG3 for the rest of the day, all right? With our buddy Pinky. So, so for the first time since 2019, they held an in-person convention with BlizzCon at the Anaheim Convention Center. see what we got here. World of Warcraft gets a huge new saga. Journey to the Heart of the World. Story's 20 years in the making. Introducing the 10th expansion of World of Warcraft, The War Within. See this. Pinky fell asleep during his bath. Maybe. Hopefully not under the water, though. Ooh. There you go, Vault. Yeah, nice. Oh, yo, true. Guess what? You can say cocktail in Discord now. Pinky fixed it. Pinky's been doing work, dude. Flipping legend.
You're here to tell me we don't get to hide. Is that it?
You needed time.
Yeah.
We stayed away.
I haven't tested it yet, but he said so.
But time by itself heals nothing.
You didn't just come here for me. It's the visions.
This looks good.
You've seen them.
I suspect many have lately. Something, someone, is calling out from the heart of the world. Like a voice from a dream. Something dark is coming, Anduin. The world needs your light again. My son.
I am not that person anymore! I have no light. Not after what I've seen. Not after what I've done.
Dude, this cinematic is sick.
You are not your past, Anduin. I trust you.
Kill him! Run him through, dude. Run him through. Probably reminds you of Star Wars because...
Hear me.
Of the, he like the sand dunes, and he's like wearing that cloak and everything.
Look. Whatever's coming, I'll stand with you. Of course I will.
Sorry.
But we were drawn here by the voice. Who is it, Thrall? Who's calling out to us?
I'm not sure yet. But that sword was aimed at someone.
World Soul Saga. That was a sick cinematic, dude. That was actually really dope. I liked that. Yeah. It's going to take place, the World Soul Saga, taking place over 3 expansions. The first expansion is going to be called The War Within, exploring a subterranean kingdom, followed by Midnight, takes players back to Quel'Thalas. The Last Titan is the last one, set in Northrend. The expansion is set to release in the fall of next year. Interesting. And Cataclysm returns to World of Warcraft Classic. Faster cadence, improved leveling, improved guild features, Worgen and Goblins. 10 dungeons, 5 raids, more. There's a Twitter link here. Overwatch 2's getting new heroes. I've already seen pictures of this. Tank Mwaga is the next hero. It looks like Maui off of the Disney movie, Moana. Have you guys seen this? Yo, Kelso, what up? Yeah, cool.
Sorry to keep you
It's
all
literally
waiting,
Maui, dude. Look.
but now that I'm here, let's have some fun. Yep, that's my name, all right. And this right here is.
Yeah, all good, Kelso. Yeah, we'll be starting gameplay here in just a bit. We're almost done with the news.
This one's Cha-Cha.
Hope your weekend's been good.
Sensitive little fella, a real hothead. And when I fire them both, it's double trouble. Actual gameplay footage. Going so soon, I'm gonna miss ya.
I'm surprised they didn't give him a hook. You know what I mean?
Don't tell me that's it.
Yeah, the devs were like, yo, he looks just like Maui. What can we do to make him look different? And so he was like, yo, put a white streak in his hair.
For now. Here I come. Says say quick Kiki. We got him where we want him.
That's what they'll say to Disney too. They're like, nah, dude, he's got a white streak in his hair. Look, and he's wearing a bandana.
So was I worth the wait?
Nipple armor. Yeah, he's got tassels on. He's got tassel armor. Yeah. Yeah, the Samoan tank, dude. Teased 2 other new heroes. One named Venture coming in Season 10. Another codenamed Space Ranger in Season 12. Got a glimpse at Diablo 4 Vessel of Hatred. The new D4 expansion coming.
Part in what has happened here. You abdicated your choice to this child. And with every step she takes, I grow stronger.
Need more coffee.
There will be no salvation in the light.
Late next year, apparently. which will include a new region, as well as one from D2. Brand new class has never appeared in a Diablo game before also, but they haven't announced what that's going to be. Hearthstone gets a 50-card pack, co-op Battlegrounds.
All alone. Trying my best to do some good out there. But it didn't take long to realize that with the right friends, everything would change.
Step aside. You don't know who you're messing with.
Yeah, I can't be.
They knew the townsfolk were up to something sinister.
Let's move!
Right behind you! And it was like a powder keg waiting to explode.
We did it! No.
Oh, nuts. As it turned out, I had the right backup waiting for me. Just when I needed it.
Let's do this.
You got it, partner.
I didn't intentionally pursue leadership.
I'm gonna punch ya!
I've never played Hearthstone, dude.
Candle mud slider.
Sleeping like a rock.
Let's show these fine folks some Badlands hospitality.
Well, looking for a standoff? Careful, it's against me.
Go down in the Badlands. Launching November 14th. Adds Reno Lone Ranger. Game's first neutral hero card. Expansion launches on November 14th. They announced catch-up packs, which include up to 50 cards from the last 2 years. All players are getting some packs. Some will be included in Showdown and the Badland bundles, too. Unclear how much they're going to cost if you want to buy them outside of that. On top of that, Battlegrounds is getting a co-op mode called Battlegrounds Duos. Gives teammates a shared health pool. Lets them trade cards back and forth during battles. Mode is set to launch in early 2024. Warcraft Rumble is out now. But you knew that. What is this? Warcraft Rumble? What is this? Oh, it's that little mobile game or whatever. Yeah, okay. Free to play mobile game Warcraft Rumble. Phil Spencer laid out a mission statement for Blizzard. Well, not exactly an announcement. BlizzCon opened with an important moment as this is so weird to me that Phil Spencer is going to be like showing up at these all the time for these companies now. Took the stage. He didn't come with any news, but he did lay out a bit of a mission statement on for Xbox's relationship with the company. Gave a shout out to the long defunct StarCraft series. Hinted that Blizzard games are coming to Xbox. Noted that the company will work closely with Blizzard to build its future because they need a revamp. It was a big PR moment for the two companies that set the stage for the future without confirming anything new. Okay, cool. If you guys need anything extra out of there, that should be the gist of it. This is what we already kind of saw for D4's expansion coming next year. And we already saw the Warcraft stuff too. Yep. That's it, guys. It's time to get ready for some Baldur's Gate 3. Cool. Let's do it. Get some music popping and I'll segue us out of here, dude. Dudes and dudesettes, my peoples, you legends. Happy Sunday, dude. I'm actually feeling a little bit better this morning. I slept last night for a little bit, which was much better than the night before. I'm feeling incrementally better than I did yesterday, which is something, dude. I'll take that. I'll take that, dude. Baby steps. It's been a brutal past 4 or 5 days, man, of dealing with this sickness. And so anything that is seeming like progress is good for me, dude. I'll take it. So we're gonna have a good day. It was a great news segment. Shout out to Vault. Thank you very much for grabbing some of those articles and bringing them to my attention, throwing them in the Discord for me, buddy. I really appreciate it, man. Vault's been all over this stuff, man. We need to give a big shout out to Vault. Vault's been really hooking us up with some additional articles here lately, man, and I appreciate it very much. So to everybody that's always here for the news segment, man, contributing to the discussions we have and fleshing these ideas and topics out, and contributing to bringing articles to my attention, our attention, man. I really appreciate it very, very much. So we're going to move on, dude. We're going to go play Baldur's Gate 3 for the rest of the day. So with our buddy, my name is Pinky, our mod here, and my buddy, my dude, our friendo. So we're going to have some fun, dude. It'll be a good day. If anybody's been able to hang out, maybe check out the video gaming news segment this morning for the first time, and you're not familiar with what we do here, we're live 6 days a week. We do roughly 8 to 9 hour streams every day. We start at 6 a.m. CST CDT, and this is the way we always started out. We begin with video gaming news, where we kind of try to take a nice search through the gaming industry, find out what's happened over the past 24 hours in the industry, to try to stay current on basically anything: acquisitions, new game releases, information about games, looking at reviews for games that have just released. I mean, you name it, man. We talk about a lot of stuff. We look at a lot of stuff, and just try to stay current on what's going on in the industry, promoting a healthier industry, and trying to promote people staying away from the more notable bad companies in the industry, stuff like that, you know. So then, like we're about to do right now, we segue over and we play games for the rest of the day. So we're gonna go play Baldur's Gate 3. That's what we do, man. We're all about having a good time, lots of laughs, spreading good vibes, being welcoming, inclusive, uplifting, a caring community that tries to take care of our members, man. That's what this is about. And if anybody is out there that's being exposed to this content, either now, excuse me, or maybe later on, as you know, this will be a VOD. All of our previous video gaming news segments are, as well as gameplay playthroughs, funny clips and highlights, all that stuff's on the Twitch channel as well as our YouTube channel. No matter when you're seeing it, if you know, our community seems like your kind of jam, dude, then I would prompt you to come hang out with us. Check it out and see if it does seem like your kind of spot, because we got a lot of amazing people here, and we're always growing, always finding more cool people, good people to come be a part of what we do, and we're always looking to spread those vibes and have more people be a part of what we do. So if it does seem like your jam, come hang out with us and be a part of what we do, man. Other than that, stay healthy, stay safe, be kind. Happy Sunday, and I'm going to run us a bit of an outro here for the news segment. The stream's not going down. I'll be right back after this outro, and we'll start gaming. All right?